Easter is a time for getting together with your family, and what better way to get the family together than something hot and scrummy from the oven? Let's make some hot cross buns on the One Pot Chef. Let's make some hot cross buns. Into a large mixing bowl, I'm adding 4 cups of plain flour, 1/3 of a cup of caster sugar or superfine white sugar, 2 teaspoons of mixed spice. Now, mixed spice is a combination of cinnamon and nutmeg and allspice. If you can't find it, a teaspoon of cinnamon and a teaspoon of nutmeg will work just as well. 7-gram packet of dried yeast, that's about 2 teaspoons roughly. Pinch of salt. And I'm adding in about 200 grams or roughly 2 cups of mixed dried fruit. Now I'm just using the one you can get from the supermarket that has like sultanas, raisins and citrus peel and a few other things. You can use any combination of dried fruit you like. If you're not into dried fruit, you could just use chocolate chips and make chocolate chip hot cross buns if you like. You just mix that all together until it's all combined and then just make a little well in the center. In a jug I've got 1.5 cups of warm milk, and to that I'm adding 60 grams of butter which I've just melted in the microwave, and 1 egg which I've just lightly beaten in a cup, and just mix that together. Pour our wet ingredients into the well and then just mix everything together. That looks good. It's all very sticky at the moment, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn this out onto a lightly floured surface and we're going to knead it for about 10 minutes or until it's nice and smooth and elastic and not so sticky. I've placed the kneaded dough into a clean, dry bowl and just going to cover it with a clean tea towel. I'm going to pop it in a warm spot in the kitchen for about an hour or until the dough has doubled in size. As you can see, the dough has doubled in size, so we're going to take it out of the bowl, put it onto a lightly floured surface and then just give it another quick knead, like so, just for a couple of minutes. I rolled the dough into a log and I've just cut it up into 16 even pieces. And what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these pieces and we're just going to roll it into a ball. Just roll each one into a ball. It doesn't have to be perfect. I've arranged our balls of dough into a baking pan lined with some non-stick baking paper, and once again we're just going to cover it with that clean dry tea towel and pop it aside for half an hour until the dough has risen again. Hot cross buns wouldn't be hot cross buns without the crosses, so I'm mixing 1/3 of a cup of plain flour with 1/4 of a cup of water. I'm just going to mix them together with a teaspoon until we have a nice thick paste. I've spooned the paste into a snap lock bag and I've just forced it all into one corner like so, and then all I need to do is get a pair of scissors and snip off the end, and we'll use this like a piping bag to pipe our crosses onto the hot cross buns. And last but not least, I've melted a little bit of apricot jam in a coffee mug in the microwave, and I'm just going to brush that jam over the top just to glaze the surface. And our hot cross buns are ready to go into the oven, preheated oven 200 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes or until they're lovely and golden on top. Then we'll be ready to eat. Our hot cross buns have just come out of the oven. The whole place smells amazing. These look absolutely gorgeous, but we're going to leave them in the tin for 10 minutes to cool off before we serve them up. And here is one of our hot cross buns. I've cut it in half just to show you the inside, how it's all nice and fluffy and you've got the fruit all through there. It's still piping hot, but I'm going to risk by taking a bite. Oh, yum. The fruit is gorgeous. You've got that sort of nutmeg cinnamon flavour all through it. And the jam on top with the glaze is beautiful there. But I think what's great about this is, unlike the supermarket ones, they're not really soggy. This is really sort of nice and fluffy. Perfect because it's fresh out of the oven. I'm going to put a bit of butter on this. Yum. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. Check out my other videos at OnePotChefShow.com. And until next time, see you later.